Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the weekly Levinson and Associates training webinar series. So first off, thank you so much for taking the time. I know how busy everyone is, especially towards the end of a week here before the big holiday weekend. So we appreciate it. And again, the goal, as always, is that you walk away with nuggets, right, to change your practice. Okay, and we need to bring unique material and a training platform to you all so you can go out and spread your wings and brand and market all over the internet and on social media, because in today's time, that's the only way to grow a business. Okay, and we all know that by now, so I don't have to speak about how important it is to have a website and social media. So what we do want to talk about, though, is I want to make sure that if you're 17 years old, if you're 82 years old, that everyone has a basic understanding of what's needed to brand yourself out there, right, in the market. It's very important. And what's happening now, and I'm sure you're seeing this, if you have a Facebook page, there's a lot of these younger hotshot agents that know technology like the back of their hand. They might not know the business like you do, but they know technology, and they're getting their name in front of your clients and prospects. So you need to be proactive, okay? So imagine with your knowledge and the way that you know this business, right? No one knows it better than Sally in Tamarack, Florida, right? But Sally also has to know the basics, right, of a website and how to leverage social media and maybe Facebook ads, whatever it is, so she can have her 1-2 punch, right, and grow her business, especially towards the end of this pandemic that we're all dealing with. So anyway, that's the goal, and I think everybody is going to be happy with what they're going to hear today from myself, Andrew, and Kent, who's joining us. He's our feature presenter. So real quick, what I also want to talk about is there's no better time to be in our industry. Okay, for a life insurance agent, there's no better time, period. Okay, and you've seen me already speak about the new LIMRA statistics that just came out a few weeks ago. And in fact, I was just telling Ken before we went live here on the webinar, life insurance sales are skyrocketing. It's a fact, by the way. You don't have to take my word, right? So the real numbers came in for Q1 of 2021, and the numbers are the highest they've been since 1983 in the first quarter of 2021. And we all know the reason why, right? The reason why is life insurance awareness is skyrocketing. Everybody's around the dinner table, right, talking about, oh my gosh, if mommy or daddy gets COVID, right, or this new variant, and they don't make it, are we going to be okay, right? What happens after that? This sparks a quote request, okay? And you want to make sure you're the guy or girl whose website this person goes to, or when they do a search online, right? You want to be top of mind. And it doesn't matter if you're in Coral Springs, Florida, if you're in Arizona, Scottsdale, whatever the case is, there's no reason why if you're working in South Florida, you can't brand all over the state or in multiple states if you have your non-resident license. Andrew, can we mute the line for a second? I'm getting a little background noise. Okay. All right. So anyway, the sky's the limit with this, okay? And here's the proof in the pudding. So obviously the LIMRA stats, 11% up with life insurance sales over the prior year. Okay, that's number one. Number two, think about this for a minute, okay? We, Levinson and Associates, we were put on the map because of one main reason, and that's online marketing, social media marketing, branding, CRM, dripping on our agents over and over and over again. We were the first IMO that had a real quote engine on a website, okay? When I first started 22 years ago, we had a couple hundred agents in South Florida. Today, 20,000 plus in every city in the U.S. And it's because, yes, I feel like there's no one better than us as an IMO, and we have the best value add platform, but that's all great. But if you don't get the message out there to the masses, then how is my friend Bobby in Scottsdale, how's he going to know that we're the best IMO, right? This little shop in Sunrise, Florida at the time. There's no way Bobby's going to know about us unless we're marketing online and through social media. So we were born from, think about this, 200 agents to over 20,000 agents with the help and strategy of a website, social media marketing, Facebook ads. Little by little, year after year, we kept our foot on the gas, right? We were consistent and persistent with our message. And look what happened. Okay, now we have 22 employees at our home office. Think about that. We were a mom and pop shop with 3 people, literally. So it's crazy how that works, but the proof is in the pudding. And look at some of these huge companies now built on this strategy and platform. So anyway, we partnered with Ken, okay, with Snoozy, and he's going to speak in just a few more minutes here. And he's got a 3-in-1 strategy, marketing platform, call it what you want. He will help you. He has a WordPress professional life insurance agent website that can also be used for health and annuities that he's going to speak about. We negotiated a co-op discounted rate for all of our agents. So you can leverage this opportunity. By the way, we're not talking about thousands and thousands of dollars and startup costs and monthly maintenance costs. No. In fact, this is like pennies on the dollar. There's nothing else out there that's like this. Okay, and then with the help of what Levinson offers with our co-branded videos and marketing pieces, and that's all free, by the way. So you can put together this 1-2 punch platform and get your name out there to the masses. Okay, that's the name of the game. Plus, Ken's going to speak about this new lead funnel that I think is amazing. In fact, I've never seen anything like it. So there's some really, really cool stuff that we're going to talk about today. But again, 11% policy sales, 21 over 2020, okay? The proof is in the pudding. You are in the driver's seat in the life insurance industry today, bar none. Okay, and don't listen to what I say. Watch what we do. Okay, and I always say that, right? I could be up here saying, oh, social media and online marketing is the best. Meanwhile, if I don't even have a Facebook page, right? That's like the old, what do they call it? The snake oil salesman, right? No, we're doing exactly what we're talking about today, and that's how we were built. And you can just go online and do a search, and you'll see that everything that I'm saying, we are actually doing as an IMO. Okay, let's jump right in. We're going to do our question of the day at the end of the call. Make sure you're paying attention, because something that we are touching on is going to be the answer to the question of the day. You will win the new, in fact, I have the new Fire, the Amazon Fire Tablet 8 that just came out. It's the bigger, better model. So hopefully you'll be the winner. I'll announce your name at the end if you answer first and correctly. Okay, what I want to do now is just shift gears for a second, talk about what's new here at Levinson. So real quick, we have the referral program, $100 if you send an agent over with their first app, very simple, or obviously you can build your own downline with us. It's up to you. If you just want to send the name over, $100 with their first app. Also, the $50 gift cards for the 50th anniversary, okay, are being sent out now. We have to wait until the 30-day free look pass, but if you wrote an app last month, you're in. Okay, Bestow on the bottom there, bottom left corner. Andrew, can we mute those lines just for a second? There's a little background noise we're getting.
Ken's code is not in, so Ken, if you're on, if you can just go ahead and mute your line for me.
Yep, just for another couple minutes, and then Ken's going to take the wheel. Okay, so this is important. Bottom left corner. So Bestow is now on our Insure Me Now Direct platform. Okay, there is nothing else like this, where you are the agent of record, number one, which means you service your own client. You get paid a direct commission, right? Not a referral fee. Okay, and what I'm doing, because I know once you write your first Bestow term application, it's so easy. Everything happens so fast, right? I know when you write just one, you're going to be off to the races. So I said, Andrew, let's give everyone a $50 Amazon gift card with their first app in July, okay? That's simple. Write an app, $50 Amazon gift card above and beyond the top commission payouts, okay? So very simple. If you haven't seen these term rates on your next term quote, compare Bestow to a fully underwritten term product. And you will see they are neck and neck, some cases better, and this comes with free scholarship. Right-hand side, this is the moment we've all been waiting for here at Levinson. Finally, the live Agent Expo is back. 2022, April 7th and 8th. Write that down in your calendar. Register now. It's going to be a day full of sales strategies, an awesome keynote speaker. Save the dates. Very, very important. I hope to see all of you there. There will be hundreds and hundreds of agents from all over the country. So a great way for you to network and learn about what's hot and not in the industry from the top carriers in the U.S. Okay, let's move forward. What I wanted to do here, right, all of this sounds great. You're hearing Bill, Andrew, and Ken talk about social media marketing and websites, and everything sounds wonderful, but you don't know where to begin. Okay, so what I wanted to do is show you some real life examples of agents that are out there marketing, and they're doing unbelievable at branding, right, and getting the message out to the masses. So if you go on your phone, don't do it now, do it when we finish. If you go on your phone, for example, go on Instagram, in the search bar, put life insurance, okay, and you can do top life insurance posts. There's an option. It says recent or top. Always put top. And then you're going to see other agents like you all that are out there in the field that have thousands and thousands of comments and likes. Okay. And you got to think about it like this. Use that strategy. Don't copy it, obviously, but you can use a similar strategy, and every comment that comes in, right? People you don't even know are saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know I can get $1 million of term for $31 a month. You know, can you tell me more? That's a new lead. Okay, that's a free new lead. It's that simple. So when you look at these posts and you see 20, 30, 50 comments, every comment is potentially a new lead for you to make a new sale. So this is just an example that we pulled up. Left-hand side, this is Cindy, right? She's a life insurance agent, and this is just a little example of how many followers she has. She's posted 133 times, and look at her little bio there. On a mission to help women build financial independence, right? That's her message, okay? And you have to think of what's unique, okay, for you. What's your differentiator? Okay, and it doesn't matter what part of the industry you want to. There's this big bucket of prospects, and it doesn't matter which side you want to work in. But I suggest you find your niche, and that's exactly what she did. On the bottom there, look at right under her bio. It says, "Reminder: some life insurance is better than none. Tell me more, or agreed." 220 likes for that one post. Okay, and then what I would do as an agent is you can see who's liking these posts, then you send a message to them. This is all free, by the way. Okay, let's go into the middle section there. This is a Insure Me Now direct Facebook ad that we are running. We get 20 to 30 new agent leads a day. Okay, think about that. 20 to 30 agent leads a day. Okay, we're spending about $1,000 a month on a budget. Okay, you can do the math there. And by the way, this little video we put together cost us a few $100. Okay, we can co-brand this for you for free. We have a consumer version and we have an agent version. If you want to build a downline, it's already made for you. It's free. Okay, as long as you're active with us. We have another one for living benefits for consumers that you can use, and we'll co-brand for you for free. Okay, but this is where the magic happens. I'm telling you right now. And if you don't have time, you say to me, Bill, I'm focused on my belly-to-belly sales at Starbucks and McDonald's and at my client's living room table. That's fine. But have your assistant, your son, daughter, grandchild, run your social media on autopilot for you. Or use Ken and his services, which he's going to explain in just a few more minutes. But if you're not doing this, you are driving a horse around New York City, folks, in reverse. Okay, and I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Okay, I'm telling you, because guess what? Cindy on the left-hand side, she's capturing these prospects on social media, people just like her. Let's look over to the right side. This is Shri Insurance. Okay, little bio. We provide peace of mind for your most precious asset, you. Okay, and then she has some cute little emojis there. Money magic, financial well-being. This is a little sample post that she put up, is your cover too small? Every second person thinks that she is adequately insured, but is that really a fact? 346 people like that. Okay, is it cute? Sure. Is that a magical post? No. You can come up with stuff better than this. 346 people now they can market to for life insurance. Okay, these are just examples we pulled up in 2 seconds just to give you an idea. But as soon as we're done, I want you to start looking into this deeper. Okay, and if you don't have time, no problem. Okay, Snoozy has an awesome platform he's going to talk about right now. Okay, sit back, relax, pen and paper. We have Mr. Ken French joining us. He is a pro when it comes to social media, websites, and this new lead funnel. Ken, you there, buddy?
I am. Yeah. Hold on. I'm just pulling up my screen. And okay, so let's get started here. Bill, I appreciate it as always. I guess we'll bring it back here at the end. And before I kind of introduce myself, one thing I'd like everyone to look at, you certainly can pull it up, is a special website, levinson.snoozy.net. Certainly, if you're someone who likes to kind of look at things while you listen, go ahead and look at that. I'm going to be referring to that site quite a few times. And, obviously all my services are on there as well as all the special pricing available to you. So let me introduce myself. I think it's important you understand, very much kind of like Bill, I grew up in the insurance business. And basically we had a family-owned business that was very much like Levinson back in the day. And, back then, literally the company was very old. Everyone that worked there was, in their 50s or 60s or whatnot. And when I came in, I was a young kid. So they immediately made me the technology guy. And they said, look, no one here can figure any of this stuff out. You're young enough to, that's your role. So next thing you know, as the 90s turned into the 2000s, I started to have some agents come to me and say, hey, look, I need one of these website things. Do you think you can help me build one? And, probably for about a year, I scratched and clawed and did what I could. But at the end of the day, I really had no clue what I was doing. So I started to hire some programmers and some really good IT people to surround myself with. And by the middle of the 2000s, I had a department within our company that's what we did. We built websites for our agents. We helped them with their agency management systems. We helped them do email marketing. And obviously, as the years went by, the types of websites we built, they got better. Well, fast forward to the end of the 2000s, and basically our company really focused more on the employee benefit, health insurance, Medicare side of things. Well, healthcare reform came, and my father and my uncle, who had started the business back in the 70s, they had gotten old, so they decided to get out of the game. They didn't want to deal with healthcare reform, so they sold the business. And when they sold the business, I took my department, there's 5 of us, and we decided to kind of form our own company and really just keep doing what we were doing. So the reason I start off and ramble on about all this, I think it's important everyone understands on today's call, we just work in the insurance industry. If you guys referred me to your brother-in-law who's a lawyer, yeah, I'm sure he's a nice guy, but we don't build websites for legal professionals. We just build insurance websites. And it really has allowed me to understand obviously a lot about all the products you offer, but more importantly, I understand a lot of the technology that Levinson has. And, kind of just like Bill was saying throughout his talk, there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle now in 2021. Some of these things are fantastic and they work for some people. Other pieces don't work quite well. And that's what my company and myself in particular are really good at. We're good at kind of listening to you and your style and kind of figuring out, how do we modernize you? How do we get you a website and a social media presence so it works well for kind of what you do? And, obviously using a lot of the tools that Levinson has can be incredibly important, whether it's, the Insure Me Now Direct portal or the Agency Automator. All these things are great puzzle pieces, but they're things that you need to talk through and have a strategy with. So like I mentioned before, I work with pretty much every type of insurance professional, whether you're selling life insurance, tax-free retirement solutions, Medicare, senior products, health, employee benefits. We even work with auto, home, and commercial agents. If you sell insurance, I'm sure I've built a website or helped somebody similar. But what we're going to talk about today is I basically have 2 main services and I have 2 smaller services. And the main services are our custom website design service and our social media management services. Our secondary services is we offer consulting on how to set up Facebook advertising and stuff. Bill was talking about, he was showing examples of some of those ads. Well, if you needed somebody to actually help you execute it all, that's something we could help you with. And we'll talk about that. And I also have some new websites that we created right at the end of last year. They're directory listings. One is called findlocallifeinsurance.com, and the other one is findlocalmedicarehelp.com. We'll talk about maybe you guys getting listed on there to generate some activity and some leads. So, I think I'm going to, before I get into the website services, the first thing I always ask somebody when they call me up, because most of the time for me, what I get is people will call me up and they'll say, well, what kind of results am I going to get from your services? And I ask them, well, what are you doing virtually? Do you have a website? Do you have a social media presence? And most producers, especially ones who don't have anything, they kind of give me, well, I've never needed it. That's always kind of their attitude. Never needed it. Business has always been very fruitful. And, I just keep doing what I'm doing. And, the best way I can kind of associate and kind of connect with people is I say, look, let's put aside the fact that you sell insurance for a second, and let's look at you as an entrepreneur. I don't care if you sell insurance, if you're an accountant, if you're a lawyer, if you own a bagel shop down the street. The thing that really gets everyone to the next level is getting referrals, right? That is the key to success. Referrals, retention, cross-selling. So the first thing I always kind of say to people is, look, we just went through COVID. We just went through a real tough time where everyone had to stay in their house and they had to kind of become more virtual. And what this has caused is it's caused people to kind of use the internet as a background check tool. So I always kind of throw out the analogy, look, okay, you sell life insurance, you do annuities, you do some college planning. Imagine if somebody was referred to you and they got a very good review. Yeah, you got to call Bob Smith Insurance. The guy's great. He's been doing this 10 years. I love him. But before that person decided to call you, they said, you know what? I had a bad experience with my last insurance agent. I got a bad taste in my mouth. Before I go blindly call this Bob Smith, let me do a little background check. Let me Google Bob Smith and Bob Smith Insurance. That's always my question, to the person who says, look, I don't need a web presence. I say, well, look, if this person who's been referred to you Googles you, what are they going to find? Are they going to find a website? Are they going to, an insurance website about your services? Are they going to find a Facebook business page or a LinkedIn page? Or are they going to find nothing? And in this day and age, if they find nothing, I just can't imagine that's a good deal for you. Yes, I'm sure some people will call you. This isn't everybody. But I think after COVID, we're now at a point where a very high percentage of people, they want to kind of get to know you a little bit before they're going to call you up and say, hey, look, I was referred to you and I need your help. So I think that's a big part of what I can provide, is to provide you kind of with a few of these pieces to your web presence. In my opinion, in today's world, and I'm sure Bill will vouch for this, you need to have an insurance website for your business. You need to have a social media presence for your insurance business. And you need to have that social media presence active, just like Bill was talking about. You got to post things and show that you know what you're talking about. And for a lot of you, you might say, Ken, I really want that, but I don't have the time to do it myself, or I'm not sure how to do it in a professional manner. That's exactly the purpose of what I do. So the first thing I want to talk about is our website services. And the first question I always get is, well, how much does it cost? How much do I have to pay up front to have you build me this website? And what I try to explain is we have a little bit of a different model. You don't have to pay anything up front. There's no setup cost. I do require you to give me a call, and I would like to kind of chat with you and get a sense of what you're doing and how you're doing it. If I think there's some synergy there and I can help you, then what we'll do is we'll set up an interview of about 30 to 45 minutes where we're going to talk insurance. We're going to go through the products you sell, how you sell. I want to understand kind of what your comfort level is with technology, because whatever website we develop for you, you have to understand that we're custom building it. And we want to make sure that we build some things in it that fit the way you're doing business. So we'll set up about a 30-minute interview. We'll talk through all that. Then I'll give you a list of things I need, like your carriers, your pictures, maybe your Insure Me Now direct portal, maybe you sell a few other product lines. I need all that information. And then it's going to take me 5 business days to build out the new site. So to answer your question, the pricing is $59.99 a month. So if you just came to me for my website services and we set up the interview today, you would pay your first $59.99 on August 2nd. So you get a 1-month free trial. And I've tried to make it very simple. It's a month-by-month contract, and it includes everything. I don't believe in nickel and diming people. I don't have time to nickel and dime people. So it includes building the site. Moving forward, you're going to need changes to your site. We're here to help you. We make them usually in 1 to 3 hours during business hours. Of course, we're going to host your site. We're going to do what's called search engine optimization for you. So if people are searching for you locally, you're going to come up. Of course, your site's going to be secure. Your site's going to be mobile responsive so that if people look at your site on a smartphone or an iPad or a normal computer, yeah, it's going to look good and there's not going to be any problems. So let me kind of pull up an example of a site we've recently built for an independent Levinson agent. And, you can kind of get a sense of what we've done. And this is just Cynthia. She's just an independent agent, does her thing. But most importantly on the site, somebody can come in here and they can, request a basic consultation with her, or they can go in and actually fill out a detailed life insurance questionnaire, which allows her to really shop, or they can go in and actually enroll via the Insure Me Now direct portal and go right in and do that. I'm a big believer in obviously having functionality on the site, having reasons to send people to it. So my point is this is what we try to help you with. We try to talk through how you're doing things, kind of come up with a strategy, and then obviously we build it for you. And, I can't stress enough that the key to success, especially now, is to have some reasons to send people into their site. After COVID, pretty much every insurance broker got a website. So it is kind of hard today to expect to build a site and then magically you're going to be number 1 on Google for Texas life insurance. But on the flip side, like Bill said, Levinson has so many marketing tools. They have a lot of email marketing tools, all sorts of advertising. This website can be the foundation of that, where you're driving people to the site to convert them. And I can't stress that enough. How can you do marketing if you don't have a place to send people? And having the website is a big, big piece of your web presence puzzle. Now, on top of that, we've also developed Cynthia her own social media presence, and she has a very basic Facebook business page for CGV Financial. And you can see that each day we've actually been doing some posting for her. Here was just kind of a quick promotion about life insurance. Here was a little tip about whole life insurance. Another thing about accelerated living benefits. And each day these posts are going out to all of the people she knows, and she's dripping on them that she is the life insurance expert, And I know it sounds kind of boring, but isn't that how life insurance works? Isn't it kind of like an alarm clock product where nobody cares about it until, Uncle Bob died. Maybe I'll die. Maybe I need to protect my kids, and boom, they're ready to buy. So I think, just like Bill was saying, it's about exposure. It's about being in front of people. And that is the key of social media. Everybody's addicted to it. They're on their smartphones looking at it all the time. We want to have a business presence that drips out on these people and pulls these people into our website. The website acts as kind of like the credibility. It shows the big picture. This is who we are. This is our mission statement. These are the different products we sell. We do accelerated benefits and life insurance and tax-free retirement. And it just shows that, hey, Cynthia, though she's an independent agent, she really has a full-scale operation going. Cynthia even has her calendar where someone can click on schedule a meeting, go right in, and obviously schedule a consultation with her, all built into her site. These are all things we can certainly help you with. So that's basically our website services. Again, they're $59.99 a month. Takes us about 1 week from start to finish to get you a website set up. Obviously, it's a team effort between you and us. And certainly we'll help you pick out your own web address. and we'll really help you kind of strategize. If you don't have a logo, we'll help you develop that and a brand. But all of the stuff I talked about is certainly included in the website services. Now, on the back end, we talked about Cynthia having obviously her own Facebook page and LinkedIn and Twitter, and every day, there's these life insurance posts being posted. We're helping her with that too. And that is what is called our social media content services. So not to get ahead of everyone, but in the beginning, Bill was talking about, he said, look, one of the things that's really on fire right now is doing pay Facebook advertising. And basically what a pay advertisement is you set up a little image and kind of some call to action, just like Bill was showing you. Then you go into Facebook and you say, okay, I want this to go to all the people who are 30 to 60 years old within 20 miles of Miami. And I'm going to pay Facebook $100. And Facebook will come back and say, okay, to have this ad go to all the people within 20 miles of Miami, 30 to whatever I said, 30 to 60, the $100 is going to get you 2,200, 25,000 views. And my point is you can do these ads and have your information go out to people that you don't know in a target market that you control. The problem out there is I see a lot of brokers trying that, but they're not getting results. And the reason they aren't getting results is because when they do these ads, people click back to the business page and they go, well, who is this CGV Financial? Should I really be requesting a consultation with them? Should I really be trying to shop online from them? Are they credible? So that's why you want to have a really good looking business page where every day for the last month you've been posting good content about the products you're selling, because this shows that you're in it for the long haul and that you're legit. And more importantly, when they see your ad, they're also going to see your website and they're going to click back to that. So you want to have a consistent story. And it's kind of what I talked about in this first thing. I said, look, what are people going to find about you? Are they going to find something good and consistent and professional? Or are they going to find something bad that you haven't cared about? Or are they going to find nothing? So I think that's the best way to think about what can Ken do for me. Very quickly, we can help you come up with a good, professional looking website, an active social media presence. Certainly we can post life insurance content, but we can post other things too. I mean, it's based on what your focus is. But again, just to kind of get into minute details, the social media posting service, it can be a standalone service. You don't have to have a website with us. And, again, we interview you for a little bit. We figure out what your product focus is. And then that's going to be the type of content we're going to post. We're going to make sure you have a Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter page for your business. And Monday through Friday, we are going to post content for you. And just like you saw on that example, we're going to post educational articles, updates, tips. I want you to look like the expert. Now, just to kind of clarify, I'm not going to go in there and solicit like crazy. That's not the point of the social media daily posting. If you want to solicit and be aggressive, that's the point of the next level, which is doing the advertisements, the pay ads. The daily content is meant to be a foundation on your page to project your expertise. So that's kind of the point of our social media posting services. It's $65 per month. Again, simple month-by-month contract. Now, if you needed both our website and social media services, that would be our elite package. And I'll kind of just go through that pricing in a minute. So I just kind of went through the website services. Takes about a week to get you going. I talked about the social media posting services. That takes about 2 hours to get you going. What has now, again, I've been doing this for about 12 years, everyone. And I haven't been doing all these services for 12 years. I started with the websites. Probably by about 2011, I started to see so many of my website clients say, I need help with social media. Help me. I don't have time to do it every day. And then we came out with the social media posting service. And probably about 5 years ago, what started to happen is a lot of my social media posting clients started to say, look, I need help with advertising. I need somebody who can teach me how to set up an ad and teach me how it works. And for honestly about a year, I started to say, sure, I can help you do that. But what ended up happening is it became just too time consuming. I mean, I'd be on the phone with people 2 or 3 hours a day. 4 or 5 days in a row. And I said, look, I love you as a client, but I can't do this. You're going to put me out of business. So what we did is we came out with like another service, and I just call it social media consulting, social media coaching. It doesn't have to necessarily be about setting up ads, but basically the theme is the same. We would set up a 30-minute screen share call. And during that call, we're going to have an agenda. To be honest, 90% of these I do. Usually the agent says, I need you to help me set up an ad, teach me the best way to come up with the ad, and then teach me how to manage the ad. So that's what we do during the 30-minute session. We'll actually teach you how to set it up. We'll give you all the insight we have on what the best strategy is. And then certainly we try to teach you how to manage it moving forward. In my opinion, this is kind of like the little bird in the nest kind of analogy. Our goal is to have you fly out of the nest and really be able to do this yourself after the 30-minute, consulting. Because honestly, this isn't that hard. It really isn't. But you just have to know the basics. So for me, what I've tried to do is, before we have one of these calls, we'll set the agenda. And then when we do the call, I'm going to videotape it for you. So when we're done, I'll give you a YouTube video that'll be the 30 minutes of us going through it all. So then when you want to go and set up a second ad, because that's the thing with Facebook ads, you don't just set one ad and hit a home run. Usually you have to play with it and do a few of them. So it's inevitable you'll have to set up a second one. And when you go set up that second one, you'll have our video that you can go rewatch. You'll remember what I told you. You'll see where I was telling you to click. It'll be easy. One of these sessions is $75 per 30 minutes. And usually that does the job. The next thing I want to talk about, and this is the last thing, is, basically as COVID kind of was raging last year, one of the things that I started to try to do was find more ways to get activity for my website clients. And basically what I did is I created 2 websites. I created findlocallifeinsurance.com and I created findlocalmedicarehelp.com. And really, this isn't rocket science. I mean, basically what it is a special website that consumers are finding through optimization. We also do some marketing. And they are coming here to get paired up with somebody locally who can help them. So this, basically someone would come in, they would click on find an advisor, right? And then they would go in here and type in a zip code and click the magnifying glass. And, of course I've typed in, I put a typo in, sorry guys. Hold on one second. And, obviously put in a zip code and some advisors will come up in their area. And, it's meant to be simple. Obviously someone can come in and visit their website, click on the contact me and send them a message, which is a lead. But what we have found is this is a good place where you can, if you don't have a website, you can certainly put your Insure Me Now Direct portal. You certainly can put your social media icons on here. And it's just a simple way to kind of pair up local, life insurance producers, obviously with, consumers looking for help. And we have found that over the last 8 to 9 months that, each month more and more consumers are hitting this site and, pairing up with the people that are listed there. So I've tried to keep it really simple. I've tried to keep it really affordable. You can get listed on here for 1 year. It costs $100. You can obviously put your picture on there, your website, your social media icons. If you want to do a 2-year listing, it's $175. Obviously, this pricing is discounted for Levinson agents. And if you kind of come back to the main Levinson site I was talking about, and you click on the Get Found area, you can kind of learn more about it. And I have some rules and basic stuff. But again, something simple to help you kind of get some traffic over the year. As Bill said, there's just more and more people searching now, especially after COVID. Now, one thing I do want to clarify, I've had some people say, look, I'm in 50 states and, I'm not really local. I get it. That this might not be a perfect fit for you. This site is more kind of localized to you have a few zip codes that you focus on, and you want to potentially meet these clients is really what it comes down to now that the pandemic is kind of over. So anyway, let me kind of just review again what we do here. Obviously, we have the website services. That is the only service that actually comes with a free trial. It's $59.99 per month. Takes about a week from start to finish to get you built and up and running. The social media posting services, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Certainly, there is a way too where we can now link your Facebook account to your Instagram account, so we can get Instagram in there too. $65 a month. If you need both of those services, our Elite package, that is $115 per month. There's no free trial with that. Again, it includes getting you a new website, getting the social media active. That's kind of what that example Cynthia had. Again, we offer social media consulting at $75 per half-hour session. And then we do have these listings that you can certainly get listed on. And, people ask, what can I expect from that? I think you're going to probably get somewhere between 3 or 4 clicks to your website a quarter, and hopefully you get 1 or 2 leads. Each month that goes by, the optimization is growing on that, and we're seeing more activity. So what I suggest is if you get a chance, go to levinson.snoozy.net. Go to that site, look around. I have a lot of examples on there. I certainly have a lot of videos that talk in depth about each service. Watch those, take your time. But what I recommend for everyone is if you have some interest, if this kind of interested you, click on the I'm interested next step button in the upper right-hand corner. I even made it a different color to make it easy. Just click on this interested thing, fill out your name and phone number and email. And basically what I'll do is I'll reach back out to you and we'll set up a call. We'll set up a 15 to 20-minute call. We can talk through your situation, what you're up to. And, I try to be very blunt with people. I know my services aren't that expensive, but on the flip side, we put a lot of time into getting you going. And I want to make sure I can help you for, a few years. And that's how we've built our business over the last 12 years here. So I try to be a straight shooter. I try to be pretty blunt. If I think I can help you, I'll tell you. If I think your idea is crazy and that you don't have a chance, I'll tell you that too. I'll try to point you in a better direction. Especially with the Facebook advertising. The one disclaimer I have is yes, I'll help you set up an ad, but if I think you're just going to waste money, I'll tell you that. I'll say, look, you're on the wrong direction here. This is not going to work. I try to be a straight shooter. So with that being said, let me answer a few FAQs that always come in. And then if anyone else has any questions, feel free to type them in, and I'm sure Andrew can kind of funnel them to me, and we'll go from there. So, the first question I always get is, well, Ken, look, I already have a website. I have a web address. I have an email address. Yes, it's not particularly good, but if I use your services, I got to keep my web address the same. And my answer is of course, that's not a problem. What we would do is build out a new website on our web address at first, and it would be like a first draft. Once it looked good, we would then go into your web address and we would turn off the old site and turn on the new website. So your web address would stay the same, your email address would stay the same, and there wouldn't be any downtime. Another question I get all the time has to do with the social media posting. Everyone always says, well, look, if you do all this posting for me, can I still be involved? Can I still go in there myself and post things? And how does that work? And the answer is absolutely yes. Think of our social media posting service like this. It's really best for the agent who says, look, I get it. I get social media, but I don't have time day in and day out to do that drudgery of keeping it active, keeping my first impression good in case someone finds this. So that's kind of what we do. We're that daily drudgery. We're finding the content, we're posting the content. We're finding the content, we're posting it. But you still own these pages. If you want to go in there and post yourself, go ahead. It's not going to have any negative impact on what we're doing. Obviously, if leads and messages come in, that's your responsibility. You got to answer them, and I'm sure you will. The final FAQ I always get is everyone always says, look, obviously Levinson has these tools like the Insure Me Now Direct portal. Some of my carriers have some tools. Are those things that we can build into the site? I even have people asking about, I have a calendar. I want people to schedule meetings with me. All those things are pieces to the puzzle that we'll talk through. And if they make sense, we'll absolutely build them into the site. It's not a problem. Yeah, of course we can incorporate all that stuff. So with that being said, I'll kind of bring back Andrew and Bill. I don't know if any questions have come in, but that's the story, guys.
Ken, that was great. And one thing I'll echo what Ken said. He tells it like it is, which I respect that. Okay, because good, bad, indifferent, you're going to hear it. Okay, which is great when it comes to marketing, especially when you're spending your own money. Okay, so yes, it's a big discount versus an agent calling off the street. Okay, but at the end of the day, it's still your money. So I love that part about this whole concept. Andrew, do we have any questions that came in that you want to ask Ken while he's on with us in front of the group?
I got a few real quick for you, Ken.
Sure.
First one is, do we? The agent Larry asks, do we own the website or are we leasing it from Snoozy?
Excellent question. So you are leasing it. When I started the company, it was a choice I had to make. Do I, build these sites, put about 25 hours in, and then go back to the agent and say, look, you owe me $3,000, or do I, come up with a different model, kind of like Netflix, and say, like, look, it's a monthly deal, but at the end of the day, you can cancel whenever you want, or you can go to another vendor. I just felt that was the best move for my clients. I just didn't feel comfortable asking for all that money, because the problem with these websites are you have to constantly update them. They're always putting new technology in. The new iPhone's always coming out. And, if I had you, quote unquote, own your site, then I'd have to come back to you and go, look, you owe me $300 for the new iPhone 12 update. And in the insurance industry, I knew people would string me up. So though my model isn't perfect for everyone, I think it's a low risk deal that I think, really at the end of the day is a partnership with working with me. And, that's why I tell people I try to be very blunt. And if I think I can help you, gosh, I'll give you every idea I have. If I don't think I can help you, I'll try to point you in the right direction. Sometimes it's not a perfect fit.
Hey, Ken, let me add one part of that, if you don't mind for a second. That question is a great question. And, I put my hat on, right, my agent hat, and I'm listening to this right now thinking, should I jump in or not? The domain, the actual URL is your own. So let's say like 5 years later, you don't like the way Ken did something and you want to move your URL or create your own site, whatever it is, that you can do. Am I right, Ken? The URL
Absolutely.
is...
Of course.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely.
So,
of course.
So keep that in the back of your minds, because over the years, you're going to spend a lot of money and resources driving traffic to that name, but you own your name or URL. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Andrew, do we have time for one other?
Yeah, I just got a couple quick ones. Is the $100 per zip code for the findlocalagents.com, is it $100 per zip code, or is that for a subset of zip codes?
Yeah, good question. It's per zip code, and you'll be found within a 25-mile radius of that zip code, but no more. The goal is really to promote the local agent. I don't want big corporations coming in and buying up states, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what I was trying to imply before. I get it. You might be in 50 states and you want to be everywhere. This deal isn't for you. It's really like I'm paying $100 and I'm going to be in this 100-mile radius, and I'm going to help those people locally. And we try to keep it to one zip code to help. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay. And last one is is there any text response tools at this time, or no? I don't think there is, right?
Text response?
Like texting. Technology, yeah.
They can click on the phone number and text them.
Oh, great.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I didn't even know that. Beautiful. Okay,
that's all we have for the questions.
Okay, Kent, awesome. Thank you so much. We have a few more things. We're going to end right before 4 p.m. Eastern Time. I think a huge takeaway, another one that I think you need to write down and start getting scrappy and coming up with some new ideas is figure out your niche. Okay, and I said it in the beginning earlier, but you have to get creative. And I always think about this as an IMO. There's other industries, right, that you can use ideas or strategies from. Think like the auto industry. I mean, they are so far in front of the life insurance part of the market or industry that I've learned so much about CRM marketing and follow-up and sales strategies. So whatever the industry is, take a little something from real estate's another big one. Take a little something from that segment, right, and use it in the life insurance strategy. Okay, think about some of the tools that we offer that you can run with. Scholarship, right? Everybody's out there marketing life insurance, right? And you can say, well, what about college funding, right? What about college planning? What about using a UL or a whole life? Okay, cash value in 20 years on top of the SAGE scholarship can pay just about for a full 4-year tuition. Okay, and a client said, oh my gosh, I never thought of that. Put a video together tonight with your spouse and talk about that. We have some great examples. Think about living benefits, the new life insurance that pays while you're alive. Okay, that's a new story. Think about free life insurance, right? By leveraging return of premium. Okay, we have the top and only return of premium term product that's available today. Okay, so think about free insurance. Think about Insure Me Now Direct. Okay, that's huge. Nobody else has a multi-carrier, multi-product, direct-to-consumer platform, okay, where your client can go on at 3 a.m., run a quote, get approved, print and save their policy, and you, the agent, just made full commission while you were sleeping. Okay, nobody has this stuff. Final expense, obviously a big one. It's been around for a while. Mortgage protection. Look at the real estate market right now. Okay, mortgage protection, I would be running with this. And then what I would do is market Insure Me Now Direct Bestow, the term product, combined with a mortgage protection spin. It's huge right now. You can get up to $1.5 million in 7 minutes with a price as good as a fully underwritten term. So get scrappy. Okay, real quick, Andrew's going to talk about ways to get you started and what's available to you all as Levinson agents. Andrew?
Yep, thanks so much, Bill. And I will be brief. I know we're up against the clock, but real quick, to get started with what you just heard about Ken and everything that we have to offer, you're just going to go to the Levinson website, log in, go to Agent Tools. You can go to the social media section or the website builder section. It brings you to the same place, and you're going to go and you're going to select which option you want, and you're going to get started. The package pricing is there right on the screen in front of you. Everything we just went over right at your fingertips. Also, moving forward, we have our social media tip of the month, right? So we can't get Ken on a phone call every day. So, we need to have resources available for all of you to be able to know what to put on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, and what's working, what's not, different strategies, different ways of thinking. So this month for June, this past June, we did a new ebook. It's called Intent is the New Lead, and it talks about ways to actually convert people going to your site, people going to Facebook, people going to your snoozy site, but not just traveling around, but that you want to take researchers and turn them into buyers or referrals, right? So this is a great ebook that talks about different strategies that you can use to increase your conversion rate. It's very important, so you can check that out on our website under the social media section. Last up for me here is we just added all of these pre-designed marketing templates into our agency automator and online on our website. If you're appointed with Bestow, you can see on the left, we have all of these pre-made pictures, right? We showed you earlier in the presentation, Bill was going over the Instagram posts from the different agents. All they're doing is putting a fancy picture and some words together and a nice slogan, and you can get those responses. So we have a lot of those pre-made Bestow templates ready to go for you. With that information, it's fully compliant. And on the right-hand side, we've developed our own. So if you're an Insure Me Now Direct agent with us, you can access all of this information through our Facebook channel, and you can pull these for free. We've already developed them and post them. They work. Okay, so utilize this stuff for your business as soon as possible. I'm going to get it over to Bill quickly for our co-branding center and our wrap-up Positive Tuesday.
Okay, good stuff, Andrew. So what I was saying earlier, find your niche, okay, your strategy. So what we have here is on the top left, living benefits consumer videos. This would make a perfect Facebook ad. Okay, even if you don't want to spend the money, fine. Throw it out in your CRM tool. Blast it out to all your friends, family, your network. We'll co-brand it, your picture, your phone number, your website. Okay, that's free. Now, obviously, you have to be active with Levinson, with a living benefits carrier, but that's on us, okay? Insure Me Now Direct, we have the consumer video that's working awesome, and then we have the agent recruiting 2-minute video that's working great if you want to build a downline, okay? So all of this is available. no charge to you. And then we even have a co-branded resource center on our on our website. So you can go in there, you can look around, you can even take our infographic. That's like a menu of all of our tools, all the technology. We can co-brand that for you so you can use it to build your own agency. So the options are endless. I just suggest you take some time and look around and see what works for you. Okay, next up is the podcast. So this is another marketing tool for us, okay, that we put together, again, to brand and market and train our agents, right, with some inspiration, with some motivation, some good personal stories from people that are industry related, some are not. Gary Vaynerchuk, he's been on Good Morning America. He's got thousands of employees all over the world, okay. He built VaynerMedia. The guy is a beast when it comes to social media marketing. Okay, I put together a 1-hour podcast with me and Gary that is catered to insurance agents. It tells you how to get started, what to do, what not to do. We have some 2-minute clips on our website, but I want you to take a look. And this is free for you on YouTube or on the Bill Levinson Experience podcast on your favorite channel. Okay, whatever you want to do. But I encourage you to check it out and let me know your thoughts, okay? All right, by the way, if you share comments on our Facebook page or on a podcast channel, I send you the free Power Selling book or the new IUL book on us. Okay, that's simple. Okay, let's move forward here. And by the way, also, before I forget, that Austin Rivers podcast was awesome. Doc Rivers' son, we launched that on Monday, so I want everyone to take a look at that too. And again, let me know your thoughts. Okay, some great personal motivational stories on there from Austin. Agent training, so that's what you're on right now. So on the bottom, highlighted in blue, we are relaunching, I should say, this new term and final expense lead program with a 20% guarantee. We made some updates. We've revamped it, okay, with the lead vendor. Amazing. I think you're going to be very happy. That's on the 8th. And again, there's no perfect lead program, but this one works, okay? And if it doesn't, 20% guarantee until it does. Then all of the agency automator trainings every day of the week at 2 p.m. Kevin, our programmer, will host these. So I encourage you to jump in. They're all free, okay? We're not selling. And by the way, Ken, yes, he has a great service and he's there for you. It's a co-op discounted price. If you decide you want the website or his services, that's great. If you decide, hey, I have my own website and I have help from my daughter or my son or my assistant, that's fine too. We don't make any money on this stuff, okay? We provide this to our agents as a value add, kind of like a support system, so you don't have to go find it on your own and get overcharged. And maybe this vendor doesn't even know about our industry, okay? So I kind of did the due diligence for you already. That's the point of all this. You don't have to spend $1, or you can jump into the full elite program and lock up your zip code, whatever you want to do, okay? All right, last slide here and question of the day. So real quick, this is our Positive Tuesday quote. So again, talk about getting scrappy, right? I put this out there every Tuesday for the last 3 years, never missed a Tuesday. If I was sick in bed with the flu, didn't matter. I still would make sure that my quote was out. Why do I do this? What does it mean? Absolutely nothing. I do it to brand and market and keep myself top of mind. So when agents are thinking about life insurance or annuities, they remember, hey, that's that crazy guy that puts up those quotes everywhere. Okay? That's it. That's how you should be operating. Having the will to win is great, but having the courage to even start is greater. Okay? Put your right foot on the gas. I don't care if you don't even know how to spell LinkedIn. Okay? You need to go on there tonight, look around, do that search I told you about in the beginning. Just put in life insurance, see the top hits, okay, or top posts that are related to life insurance, so you can get some ideas from that and strategies. Okay, question of the day. I spoke about it earlier in the very beginning. The LIMRA statistics are in, okay, and I mentioned the percentage that life insurance policies are up in Q1 of this year over the prior year. What is the percentage that life insurance sales are up over the prior year? There was a number I said in the beginning. You tell me what that percent is, you win. Andrew, do we have a winner?
We do. We have a ton of great answers. The first gentleman to answer correctly is Michael G, Michael G, and
From what
Michael is
state?
located in New Jersey.
New Jersey. Michael, congrats, 11%. We are up and over the prior year so far in quarter one of 2021. Congratulations, Mike. We'll send you it's actually your choice, Amazon Echo or Fire 8. You tell us, and we'll mail it out. Have a great, great holiday, 4th of July weekend. Most important, stay safe, happy, and healthy. Thank you again. I hope you walked away with some great nuggets. Take care, and thanks again.